Now, see, this is why I keep telling y'all that you should never give up on a fighter just because he has 2 losses, and they both came by KOs, and y'all all afraid to put your favorite guy with a killer because if they lose, you think they're gonna just go get washed up. That's not how it works. You build a fighter. Dubois just shocked the world, and I had told this Brit that came to my job the other day to do a repair. He was from the UK. He had designed this UV machine. Long story short, he asked me, what do you think? I said, within the first 6 rounds, it's Dubois. If it goes past 6, you have a chance for Joshua to knock him out. So Dubois within 6. After that is all Anthony Joshua, I thought. And this is just the way it came in. When I seen Dubois' huge-ass back paws, I mean, that he was like this wide, man. I said, it's going to be a problem. Before we get into it, if you're new here, thank you for stopping in. And if you're an older subscriber, thank you for supporting the community. I really do appreciate it, helping grow this community out slowly but surely. But okay, now listen. So I'm over here watching this fight, and when I seen, and I did not expect it in the first round, Dubois knocked him down in the first round like that. I thought it was over in that first round. I thought it was a wrap. This ref was actually helping Joshua from the beginning, warning Dubois for using his head. I mean, he wasn't really using his head too much in an illegal way. And I said, oh, this is going to be one of them kind of nights, right? So I see him kind of moving around doing that, gets warning twice. I'm like, this is going to be a problem. And then here it goes. Dubois just came in strong. I saw the game plan. Don't give him any sort of respect. I'm not going to give Anthony Joshua any respect. I'm going to go forward. I'm just going to respect none of his power, none of his ring experience. Now, this comes from him being knocked out by Joey Joyce, and this comes from him being knocked out by Usyk, who he, in my opinion, knocked out earlier in that fight. And then they just gave Usyk some time to, recover. And then Usyk, being a great fighter, took advantage of that, came back, put on the clinic that he did, and was able to stop Dubois. But Dubois having a great team, saying, okay, this is how we're going to learn from those mistakes moving forward, and just not giving up, matching him correctly, letting him get up there, letting him gain that experience. And he came in there in the biggest night of his life with a sold-out Wembley Stadium, with disrespected him totally by, 1, telling him he wasn't a real champ, and 2, making him come in first and Joshua coming in second when Joshua was not the champion, right? Okay, he's the draw, but not the champ. So here it goes, right? So next thing you know, round 1, he's already palming the canvas. He's hugging and praying. And then round 2, he's looking wobbly. My wife and I are watching the fight. We're like, oh, this is going to be crazy. Here they are exchanging punches. And I'm telling my wife, Bob, better not get crazy because he could still get caught in between punches. So here we go. All of a sudden, he starts to get caught once in a while in between punches. And I'm like, well, don't get too cocky. Goes down again. He puts Joshua down. And the ref didn't count it. The ref looked at him like, nah, that ain't a knockdown. But then he knocks him down again. And it's like, what is this ref doing? Okay, cool. We fast forward to round 5. Here we are. We're within 6. What happens? Joshua catches him, Dubois, in between punches, gets on wobbly legs. All of a sudden, here he goes. Now is, Dubois, I'm holding the far end, kind of guy, because that's what his face looks like to me. And he just was like, oh, I got to hold this far end. And then all of a sudden, when he's getting hit, and Joshua says, this is my only chance. If I don't catch him now, this could be a problem. It is Joshua that gets hit in between punches again, because Dubois punches when he punches, except Dubois was the fresher man, had that power coming across his shoulders. I mean, those shoulders were huge, man. And then when he caught him in there, he just snapped. You see the snap happen on Anthony Joshua's neck, and you knew it was over. When he fell down on that canvas and he was the one eye down and just wondering what color and what kind of canvas that is and what hue of blue that is, because he likes the way it looks up close, I knew it was a wrap. The ref, again, giving Joshua all the opportunity in the world to get up, counting him, had his team racetracking into the ring. Guaranteed that would have been Dubois knocked down like that. That ref would have waved it off without a damn count. But since it was Joshua on the floor, the darling of Wembley, they gave him a whole full 10 count. It didn't matter because it was just more time for him to be embarrassed, trying to get up and again try to check out what kind of weave in that canvas. And, all of a sudden he's just done. He's done. His team is racing. You see, Eddie Hearn's money just disappearing. As soon as he got hit with that, it's like, the Sonic rings came out. And it was all the money and everything. Just like when Mario gets hit and all the coins also fly out. That's what they were watching as Joshua hit the floor. But again, Joshua, like a real man, like a real fighter, said, hey, this is what happens, man. You come into the ring, you lay it on the line, you get knocked out, you get back up, and you fight another day. And that's literally what it is. I mean, Joshua's a product of that too. I mean, Joshua has been stopped before, has lost before, and here he is. He's still a draw. He's still, that guy. And when people say, oh, now that super fight with Tyson Fury is over now, it doesn't matter anymore. Well, it doesn't matter now. But it depends on how it matters later, when people rebuild their careers. You know what I'm saying? That's why you put these guys in early in their career, get them in, super fights early, because when they lose, you can come back and still rebuild. But when you are 37, 35, and you lose for the first time in your career, and you lose badly, you can't really rebuild. Now you're now in a situation where, like, where do I go from here? What happened is a disservice. You want guys to fight each other. Stop being afraid to match your guys up, because when they lose early, it is what it is. You rebuild, you learn from your losses, and you keep going forward. But this was a great fight. It was I'm not gonna say it's a classic, but in a sense it was, because it was just the whole build up about, is he a real champ, Dubois? This, that, and the other. Well, now he legitimized his title by knocking out the guy who really is the third guy in there, right? Or second guy, right? You say, it's Usyk, maybe it's Fury, maybe it's Joshua, right? You could switch between the two. So Dubois is like, no, there's Usyk and there's me. The only other fight that's logically needs to be made is the rematch, because it's a storyline there. It's Usyk, who in my opinion, got knocked out by Dubois by a body shot, and he now has the title that's legitimized by the win over Joshua. And you got Usyk, who wants to become undisputed. Forget the rematch with Fury. This is at Wembley. This is the fight you need to make. This is where the money is at. If Usyk doesn't take it, I might have to ask questions. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below. Did you expect this outcome? Did you think this was going to happen? Do you think Joshua was going to run away with this and Dubois surprised you? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.